Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. The audio might not be as good because I'm sitting at my desk and I'm not recording in my bedroom where it's nice and soundproof. But what we're going to do today is my son Bentley here. Say hi, Bentley. I'm going to give him an option of these different types of supplies for me to make some art with. Now, I'm going to give you the option. You can either pick one supply or you can pick multiple supplies. It's up to you. So first we're going to go with, this is a marker, okay? This is a colored fine liner. This is just a Crayola marker or colored pencils, gel pens. This will be for paint. This is a dip, this is a dip pen. So I dip it in ink and then use that like that. These are Sharpies. I have a couple different sizes. This is just a regular black fine liner. This would be for charcoal, and then this would just be a regular pencil drawing. So you can pick one or multiple of things that you want me to make an art piece with. What do you think? Go ahead and pull them out. Which one do you pick? So the ink. Okay. So a dip pen and markers. Okay, cool. Now, okay, so you stay.
Look, I have perfect accuracy.
Okay, so these are the rejects.
Oh, I have perfect accuracy.
Now,
Perfect accuracy.
this is going to make or break the art piece, I think. You're going to have to choose what type of paper I use. So now Bentley really isn't aware of what type of paper works with what materials best, so it should be interesting. So first off, we've got, this is his sketchbook. So very thin drawing type of sketch paper. We've got a canvas. Okay, so thicker canvas. This is Bristol board paper. This is marker paper. Okay. This is watercolor paper. And this is regular printer paper, which is actually thinner than this sketch paper here. So, do you remember what they all are, and do you want to pick?
Let's see.
So, printer, Bristol board, canvas, sketchbook, watercolor, marker paper.
Let's see.
And you get to decide what you pick is either going to make it more difficult for me, or it's going to make it easier.
I think watercolor paper.
Watercolor paper? Watercolor and markers do not go together.
I don't know what type of papers makes good in that.
Okay, he has chosen watercolor paper with alcohol markers and a dip pen. Thank you, my child. Okay.
Okay, stop the left.
Okay, so I downloaded this app called Wanna Draw, and it's basically just a random drawing generator. So, I'm going to let Bentley generate some drawing ideas, and then he gets to pick the one he likes the best. So go ahead and press that top button there. Okay, and then you touch each box. Oh, gotta let it. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and look at it. And then you're gonna touch this one when you want it to stop, and this one. And if you don't like it, then you can press try again. Okay, press try again. Try again.
Shrek.
Okay.
And
Oh my goodness.
it's basically like that guy from Toy Story and Shrek.
Yeah. Do you like that combination? Or you want to try for a different one? Okay.
Huh?
Leonardo da Vinci, drop dead gorgeous.
Okay, it's not. What is that?
Okay.
A goose? A random goose game?
That's holding a knife like on the goose game. A goose cooking.
A goose cookie. Jake from State Farm.
Okay.
Wearing your clothes.
What do you think? Do you like that one?
Jake from State Farm wearing your clothes.
Do you even know who Jake from State Farm is?
I don't see Farm yet, but I don't know who Jake is.
Alright, so that we have our choice. Jake from State Farm wearing your clothes. Now, just for a reference, let's look up who is Jake from State Farm.
I think your merchant of State Farm. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm.
Not great. It's not what I want to watch, but
We're just going to see who it is.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
Red sweater, button-down shirt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
From State Farm.
So, to sum up what we have alcohol markers and ink on watercolor paper, and our drawing is Jake from State Farm wearing your clothes. So wearing my clothes or wearing your clothes?
That's yours, because you're the one who's doing the thing.
I think yours, because you're the one who picked it. That's what I think. So go pick out an outfit. What shirt? That one?
My favorite shirt.
Okay, so he is wearing a Transformers Bumblebee shirt and a pair of blue and white shorts and some socks. All right, I'll get started. Thank you, sir, for your help. Would you like to say goodbye to the viewers?
Peace.
Thank you. So I wanted to mention for the inking, Black India ink is currently the only ink that I have, so that is what I'll be using. And I want to ask you, Bentley, I have 2 different brands of markers. Are you allowing me to use a combination of both brands, or do you want me to use just one brand?
Both.
So I get to use both. Okay, one more question. Am I allowed to use a pencil to sketch my idea with first?
Yes.
Or do I do it with no pencil?
You can sketch it first.
Oh, thank you. If you didn't hear that, he said I could sketch it first, so... Oh, he is merciful. He did tell me that I could use a pencil as well, so I'm going to use that as permission to map out my piece on the iPad and then transfer it with a pencil. So, alcohol markers and a dip pen with ink. I'm going to be honest, this is actually kind of perfect because with October coming up, I planned on doing a month-long prompt list and I really wanted to practice lining with ink. I've been rewatching Doodle Date videos and they convinced me to buy a dip pen, actually the same one they use in some of their videos, and with it being autumn, I thought about using markers in a fall color scheme. So without him knowing that, it's actually pretty amazing that he picked the combination that he did. Except for the watercolor paper. I've heard that markers are a no-no with watercolor paper, but we'll see. After watching the State Farm commercial, I googled Jake from State Farm just to get a few photo references, and oh boy, I stumbled across this image, and it got my attention. Turns out, the Jake in the commercial we watched was actually not the original Jake from State Farm.
Conspiracy.
The original is this guy. His name is actually Jake, and he really works at State Farm. Some articles said that they used him for a commercial and he pretty much became a meme. Some people even cosplay as him, which I thought was amazing. When they decided they needed a professional actor, a lot of the OG Jake fans became upset and they actually put him back in this commercial.
Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
I thought it was a cute little interesting bit of background to this otherwise obscure drawing prompt. It was only after I got caught up in the meme of it all, then I realized. This Jake guy is iconic because of what he's wearing, his khakis, and I have to draw him wearing my son's clothing. Cool. Then came the decision of which Jake to draw. I was having a really hard time deciding, and it was actually my husband's idea to draw them both, and I couldn't see why not, so yeah. I show a scrap piece of paper after I've inked the drawing and right before I do the coloring. I was testing to see if the markers smudge the ink, and they do. I should have tested this first, but I didn't. I tried my best not to smudge the ink and left little bits of white along the edges of the shirt to kind of show some separation between the two of them. And I think it also adds a little bit of interest, kind of like a highlight. And here's our Jakes from State Farm wearing your clothes illustration made with alcohol markers, dip pen and ink on watercolor paper. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast making it, and my son really did as well. He just really got a kick out of that drawing prompt app. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, click the thumbs up button on this video. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, click that little red subscribe button and also the little bell icon, and turn on notifications to all so that YouTube will hopefully notify you when I post a new video, which as of right now should be every Monday morning. Alright, bye guys!